What chance London Irish causing the upset here? They believe it's on, and that is a pretty good starting point. Away we go. Taken by Salby, and he's put his foot on the line there. The touch judge has seen it. We'll have our first line out. Mistake from Salby.
A referee, I think, today who will be suited to these conditions.
Anger at the tail, but it's not clean ball. Again, advantage there as it comes off a London Irish player. Maidar is going after his own kick, and Pace, the hooker, needed to live up to his name there.
His hands off. Stay on, out wide.
Highly talented Maxime Maidar. In because of injury, but he's got an awful lot in his locker as well. See that surface playing its role. That ball is going to bounce high today.
You're going to want to get underneath these kicks.
Lessard, that's a cheeky little kick, and it's perfectly into the basket for Maidar, who chips over the top. Danaher covers. Declan Danaher.
Hands off, Toulouse!
And it's Toulouse who, once the ruck is formed, put hands in there. That's a penalty offence.
Lassalle should have kept that in hand, but it was a fine piece of defence.
It's okay, it's okay.
Toulouse at the front with a take. Then the drive comes on from Toulouse. Just starting to get into their game now. Picked up by Bulu. Hardly weakens the team. Him coming in. Advantage was being played. Offside against London Irish. There's Elisard then with the first kick. It's a good strike, and that's why he wanted to take it. It's why Toulouse's captain was very quick to make that decision as well. Free kick, and taken quickly by Hodgson. The pace that Irish want to play it at, if they can, to try and catch Toulouse napping.
Not in the
It's going to be a penalty.
Getting no quick tap here.
He'll be full of confidence because of it. What about Hewitt? This to level as we reach the 15-minute mark. Always a good sign when the kicker is back at halfway before the ball's gone through the post. Hodgson. Geraghty back to Hodgson. Has to switch it now. Kennedy. Tanguy Thakambau. Good press from Toulouse, but now it's Ojo. Oh, and he's away. He's got one to beat. Ojo. He's past Hamers. Ojo is going to score. And in a flash, that try establishes Irish's right to be here.
No bogus credentials now, and Topsy Ojo scored a very important try to beat Harlequins last week in the Premiership, has scored an infinitely more crucial one, because London Irish can now believe, now they can start to do more than dream of Cardiff. They can attempt to play their way there. Geraghty offloads, keep the ball out of the tackle. Hodgson there, and then Kennedy keeps it alive. And you think nothing is on, and Ojo from absolutely nowhere, standing start. It's brilliant pace there, and then Cedric Hamons has to make that one-on-one, but Ojo is straight through him there. This is a brilliant piece of play. That little step and go. Elisald is left rooted to the spot, high kicking, sprinting style, and Hamons, I'm afraid we gave him the build-up, but he has to make that one. Brilliant from Topsy Ojo, but awful from Cedric Hamon. Irish banging it.
It is.
Plenty of green jerseys.
Seemed like it was worth a go, but once he decided to go for the kick for a hooker, that was a pretty good effort. There's a penalty at the line out. 18 points in the quarter-final, but that is very unlike Jean-Baptiste Elisard. Wonderful carry that from Hamons. Balanced, strong running. Elisard chips again, looking for Maidar. Richards needs to locate him, and also the ball. No flag up. Kelleher caught in possession. That's excellent work from Irish on that fringe. Josion plays scrum half with Kelleher buried. Elisar gets it out to Saubi. Extra men here. Toulouse has seen it. He straightens first of all. He's carrying the captain. He floats it on. It's not the best pass. In fact, it's a shocker for Dongi. It should have been a try. And Toulouse will know it.
Well, that's an absolute sitter. 118 caps for France. His country's most capped, most experienced international. And he tries an impossibly difficult pass with Cedric Haymons sprinting up outside. Give the ball. In fact, London Irish are getting across there, but that's a poor pass there. It's always going to be forward. He has to give it there to Haymons. Once he doesn't, it's very difficult ball to Dongi, and the wing doesn't have a chance. But that was the first real chance for Toulouse.
Could Haymon have taken a slightly wider line? He got himself tight there. I'm not blaming him. Obviously, Toulouse got it wrong, but could he have gone a bit wider?
No, I think what he could have done, but I think what he wanted to do was come from wide to out there and really cut the angle, because London Irish were drifting hard across there. They were sliding across the field, and Haymons wanted to come back against it.
Half held by Geraghty. Danaher's trying to help out. Mapasua too. All hands to the pump. Everybody across to the ball, it seemed. Is there a chance for width? Nyanga. Armitage trying to get a hand on it. Can't. Elisar. Medar. He's got a man outside. And it's going to be a try, is it? Yes, it is. Ahota Iloa is in. And you could feel it. It was building. Toulouse have that score before the interval.
They're playing with more rhythm and more purpose, and this is very good. Elisar's distribution good. Medar gives it. That's very close to the touchline there. Ahota Iloa. But the man from Agen, who did so well against Gloucester last year, just about dances his way down the line. It's close, but he's very strong there. Tanguy Thakimbao can't quite get there.
Test judge was well placed to see it. Here's Elisar to level the scores. It's going to hold its line, therefore it will miss. London Irish just with their noses in front, but the tide is turning in this match. 5 tries in the competition this season, 27 in his Heineken career. Toulouse pushing for one here in the absence of Clerc.
Nyanga's brilliant, portable line-out man.
Could be a critical score, this. Pushing towards the main body of Toulouse support here. In goes Medar to join the forwards. Getting very close now. Alan Lewis is going to give it. It's 2 scores before the interval. It's a purple patch. Servat is being congratulated, and he has got the try. And you sense this could be critical.
Well, we saw Toulouse strike with their backs. Now it's the forwards who have decided to really work London Irish straight in the solar plexus. It's slow, and then the acceleration from Servat. The hooker this time is the navigator there, and that was very impressive. From the moment Nyanga took that ball, Toulouse were always in control of the tempo and the pace of it, and when Servat exploded, the body angles were low, and Irish were just split asunder there.
Elisar converts.
Should have taken an orthodox line out.
Pace and Kennedy, Hodgson, Geraghty, Richards. All just becoming targets there, but not until Tanguy Thakimbao gets it and goes! Just what the doctor ordered for London Irish. First Ojo, now Tanguy Thakimbao. And you never know.
We said Medar's brilliant going forwards, but it's he and Haymons miss Tanguy Thakimbao. It's a little bit lateral. Haymons misses that pathetically, and then Medard is just shrugged off. Tanguy Thakimbao has been one of the best left wings in England, but Cedric Haymon now has got 2 tries on his hands. That is awful. And Medard, he's far too upright. That tackle has to be made. But if you're not going to tackle Tanguy Thakimbao, if you're going to open the door, he's going to kick it down and say, thank you, we are back in this game.
This though for the lead again. Hewitt, no. Elisar quite happy there at scrum half. Nyanga, Kelleher, Elisar, up come Irish again. It's obviously a plan.
Yeah, Geraghty that time, but in the outside centre channel, they're rushing to cut off Medard.
Referee has seen a penalty offence, but at the breakdown, takes his time, makes no mistake. Jean-Baptiste Elisar. Still might as the game goes on.
Well, who kicks if he goes off? That's an interesting call. Heyman?
Probably Heyman's this man, who's kicking now and kicking long. Ojo. Gonna have to do a lot here. Mapasua needs to get back and help him. Does. Rattled into the breakdown, but holding on, says the referee. Too isolated there, Topsy Ojo. If this goes over, that London Irish try suddenly has disappeared. It has gone over. And not to lose sight of that, because Toulouse are not out of sight. But here's Toulouse to try and make them so. Toulouse carrying, he had a man to his right. Bouillot didn't locate him.
Fabien Toulouse.
That's two now from Toulouse. But he's butchered. Across from Elissard. And London Irish, great relief as that ball goes out.
This one here, Van Rautenbach just gets nowhere there. Bouillot, you can see him there. Call him, he's got to run at the post there.
Josion. Ojo. Good running from Ojo again. Oh, he's broken through. Can he keep going? Gets support from Tanguy Thakambau. And a warning shot is fired again from London Irish.
He's being brutally exposed on the counter. Ojo stops and goes. In his pomp, Josion makes that tackle. This time, Kelleher has to make a killer tackle to save Toulouse. Brilliant from Kelleher, but Josion just isn't quick enough now.
Vintage Kelleher, how many times have we seen this? He said he was loving rugby in Toulouse, living and breathing the sport down there in the south of France. Hodgson, Hewitt, only really has Ojo to his right. He's come back quickly at the breakdown. Oh, look at that work from Human, but referee deems that Toulouse had gone through offside. Oh, he tried to give it everything and get it over. Oh. Touch judges had a long look at that.
Will they put high balls and try and expose him?
I think Maxime Mermoz is not the best pleased man in the ground, the back replacement, but it's Nyanga on the wing. So says Guy Novez. Might see him in action because Geraghty is going. Shane Geraghty elects for the sidestep, not the pass. Great pickup from Richards. Was that the moment? Is this the moment? Geraghty again. Pace again. Oh, he tried to kick it. No knock on, says the referee. Hodgson. Mapasua. Leguizamon. Now it's time to take on the world. Armitage. Hodgson. And just listen to the crowd now. Ojo. One more blast through the middle. Not quite. He's offloaded. It's Geraghty. Kennedy. Danaher to Hodgson. It is kitchen sink time for London Irish at just the right time. And referee Alan Lewis says it will come to nothing. Threatening every time. Kennedy looks nervous now. Leguizamon, it's loose. Hodgson, Geraghty, oh, he's going for a chip. And he's retrieved it as well. Back for the penalty.
Into the corner, Kennedy, Casey, catch and drive. It has to be the London Irish option. But we're 80 seconds, 80 minutes over it, no time. Has the clock run out? No.
Referee's been asked, no time for the line out. Here's Mapasua. Hodgson screaming to his players for one last effort to get to Cardiff for the final. And listen to the crowd now. Hodgson again. Tanguy Thakambau. Is there a way through there? Josion clings on to him. Fed from Danaher to Hodgson to Geraghty. Interception knocked on, doesn't matter. I don't think it was deliberate. It's going to be it. It's a fifth final for the giant of the European game. Final score in this semi-final. A breathless semi-final. And what an end to. London Irish 15, Toulouse 21.